This week on Cartoon Dumpster Dive, we cover the cartoon Butt-Ugly Martians. BKM, 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 BKM. Let's get ugly. That's what they say.
I know it is. I don't get it, though.
I actually know. So there you go.
Okay.
Start the theme music. This is all in the intro.
All right. You want to watch it? Ew.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
I meant like this part right here is the intro to
I
our
gotcha.
podcast.
I got you. I thought you meant
the theme. So
No,
this
makes
is
sense.
included too.
Yeah, no, it's all in here.
Okay.
This is going to be all the intro. They're going to get it all this week.
Happy New Year, Joel.
Happy New Year, Andrew.
2024.
Oh, man.
We're actually
getting old.
recording this on New Year's Eve, so it actually will be 2024 in a few hours. But to start off the Cartoon Dumpster Dive New Year right, we figured we oughta... I feel like this was requested by Dusty from the Flicks and Friends podcast. Which
It could have been.
They don't have
I don't
a
know.
trailer. I don't think.
I don't. Let's see. Did someone request it in the Discord?
We could do that trailer right now. Welcome to the Flicks and Friends podcast. I'm Dusty, and I review movies, and we're going to tell you if they're a blockbuster or blockbusted. No, that's what they do. It's a good show. So there's your first of the year plug. Flicks and Friends podcast.
Your impersonation was terrible.
Yeah, well,
I'll go ahead and say it.
I don't know. I don't have that suave voice that Dusty has.
Yeah, I don't think you could do Dusty.
No, but Joel.
No.
Without further ado,
Andrew.
Let's review that theme song.
Let's hit it.
KM! B! KM! B! KM! B! KM! We are the Martians, the Butt-Ugly Martians. We are the Martians, the Butt-Ugly Martians. We don't really want a war.
I just want a hoverboard.
We don't want to conquer Earth.
I just want to fill my girth.
We are the Martians, the Butt-Ugly Martians. We are the Martians, the Butt-Ugly Martians.
This is so bad.
Yeah, it is. It is not good.
It is rough. Okay, all right. So Andrew, you said you knew, but what does BKM stand for?
You know what? I'm gonna save it to where we talk about the show.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just gonna wait. I was gonna tell everyone early on, but it won't be too long. But I will.
Okay.
I do actually know what BKM is, and when I tell you, you're gonna go, ugh. But
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, I thought they was trying to abbreviate Butt-Ugly Martians.
Nope.
Bomb?
yeah,
Like, no.
that makes more sense.
It gets a 0 from me.
0.
Nothing about it.
I hate to say it, but I'll give it about a 1 or a 2 because I
Okay.
did catch myself singing it, so that I have to give it some points because of its earworm ability to make you go BKM, BKM. The rest of it is hot fucking garbage.
It gets a 1 for that. Okay. Gotcha.
So Joel, how did this get made?
So, Andrew, don't have a lot of information to go off
this
this
was a
week.
tough one to find, actually.
So really, this was produced by Mike Young Productions, Digital Content Development Corporation, and Just Entertainment. It was sold to ITTV or ITV, which, if I'm not mistaken, is like a British broadcasting network.
Chip, chip, cheerio.
Hello, Governor.
Fish and chips, Governor.
And it then premiered in the UK in February of 2001. And then 2002, Nickelodeon decided to pick it up and start broadcasting it on its network.
Yeah.
So I was able to call it a theory. I was able to actually see one guy's review on this, and he kind of pointed out a good fact that you're talking about at this point. You know, you've had Reboot, you've had these other shows be successful with CGI. CGI was kind of starting to become the cheaper alternative to making these cartoons. And I think this was just a company who attempted to get on that bandwagon very early.
So I believe I said in our 50th episode where we cover Reboot, Joel, I mean, we've stated what our opinions are. Joel hates it. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I said that we needed a show like Reboot so we could have better shows than Reboot. Because I'm not gonna, go fucking gangbusters for Reboot by any means, but it was good enough for what it was.
It
in like 1998.
The way. Yep, it paved the way for other
Butt-Ugly Martians, however, is not the show that it should have been based on the road that Reboot paved.
I don't think, like, to me, Reboot was always unsettling to look at. Like, the CGI, to me, I just didn't like the way it looked. This coming out, 4 or 5 years after Reboot, is it's so much worse than Reboot.
I feel like they tried to hide behind the fact that they're like, no, we called them ugly, so it's okay that it looks like this. This is if I were an executive, that would be my justification. Like, if I saw it, I'd be like, this looks terrible. Like, yeah, but we got ugly in the title. Oh, okay, well, ship it out.
Imagine that person that approved that excuse. Okay, sound good.
This show sold action figures. This show sold video games. So it doesn't, and we've learned this 1,000 times over. The show itself, it doesn't matter what it looks like. If you can get them to buy the toy, then it's a success. The show is an afterthought most of the time.
I'm sorry if there was any kid that watched this show and was just like, this is the best show ever. I gotta have all the action figures, all the video games. Like, this must have been the only show you could have watched as a kid then.
I mean, if they were British, probably. It's like either that or Doctor Who and a Bake Off.
All you had
Do they call it the Great Bake Off in Britain instead of the Great British Bake Off?
No, they call it the... I don't know.
Maybe they call it the same thing. Sticky Wicky in the kitchen. And they go, hey there, mate.
Hey there, mate.
He says you bake yourself a cake, you did? Oh, let's try it out in the morning. He done put a first baked pie in this cake, governor.
I want that gentleman to host everything, every competition.
British stun the third.
The third.
It's got like teeth going in 18 different directions.
I would watch every cooking competition that he hosted.
Welcome back to the Great Kitchen pork pie. British slang is so stupid, and I refuse to apologize for that.
Yeah.
They call cantaloupes rock melons. That's fucking dumb.
That's dumb.
Can you believe that Americans call rock melon a cantaloupe? And it's French fries. Fuck off.
Yep, not chips. But I mean that's it, Andrew. Not much to go off of the creation of this show.
I tried to do some research in it too, but like I found nothing. Like,
yeah, I mean it just makes sense that it was just a company trying to do cheap animation.
It was made with Alias Wavefront Maya 3D software, so you got that going for you.
Yeah, I'm probably sure that probably costed them about $40 at Circuit City.
It's possible. It's possible that it cost less. Or actually, this was like 2000 era, so it probably cost them like $1 million.
Nah, $40. They bought the $40.
$40,
like,
man. I'll give you this. They got a
make
3D software that fell out of the back of a van.
We can make it out into a show. Don't worry.
They're like, don't ask no questions about where this software came from, governor. So, you know.
Oh man. That's what we should do, reoccurring characters.
Ooh, that could be. Do you guys want to see more of Britishton the Third?
Britiston.
Yeah, I think that's what I said the first time. Britishton son. That's Britishton son.
With.
We'll have to like. You know what? Let me go ahead and write that down. Put it on the post-it note of reoccurring British character of Britishton.
Oh man,
Local
we don't have
animation consultant and also crime kingpin of the United Kingdom.
Knows everybody.
These aliens look but ugly, governor. That's what you should call the show. I fucking buy the Queen's trousers. You should. You know, something like that, right?
There we go.
I've been over to the UK. They talk like that.
Yeah.
People from Britain talk like they live in a forest, and people from Germany talk like they live in a cuckoo clock. I will not elaborate ever on what that means. But if you hear them, you'll be like, God damn, he was right. He was right.
Spot on.
All British people are just from Middle Earth. If you go there, it's Middle Earth. Even though it was filmed in New Zealand.
It's still all them.
It's still Middle Earth fucking by the King's crown. They still say that shit. Like, what would even be the American equivalent? By the president's tie? What the fuck is that?
By the president's tie. By the president's tie. Maybe we should start...
Great president's blazers. What the hell is going on here?
By the POTUS seal. That's what you could say. POTUS seal.
Yeah, there you go. By the POTUS. There, another reoccurring joke we'll use this year. We just decided that's what the audience wants. We've had no reviews that say the contrary. Telling us.
We're just like, you know what? Let's do it.
It's another thing that, you know, no one asked for this podcast, so no one's going to ask for the shit we're going to do on it. It's like, we're doing this for you. They're like, we didn't ask for this. Shut up.
Well, you're getting it anyways.
You're getting it anyway.
Accept it.
Okay, so...
the voice actors, Andrew.
Yes. Rob Paulson's in everything.
Oh, yeah. When haven't we seen him?
Yeah. So... the voice cast for Butt-Ugly Martians, surprisingly, none of them are British.
No.
Kath Sochi is Angela Shaboom, and Mrs. Ellis. Jess Harnell is Doo-Wah-Diddy, Infi Knight, Bob, Gorgon, Jax, and Mr. Ellis. Charlie Shatler is Bebop Aluna. Rob Paulson is Tutti Frutti, Mike Ronald, and Titzok. Robert Stack is Stoat Muldoon. S. Scott Bullock is Dr. Damage, Emperor Bog, Rinko, Lieutenant Pinkan, Sid Silver, and Nigel Rampant. Oogie Banks is Cedric. For their other works, we have Kath Sochi is Cubert Farnsworth in Futurama. Charlie Shatler is Toyman in DC Superhero Girls.
Okay.
Rob Paulson is Throttle in Biker Mice from Mars, this being his second time as a Martian.
Hey.
Robert Stack is the voiceover for Unsolved Mysteries, which if you have our extended audio from our Patreon, you will learn that I thought it was America's Most Wanted, but that was a different guy.
Yeah.
S. Scott Bullock is Eddie the Cow in Barnyard. Oogie Banks is Luke Cage in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Cool.
Scott Ward is... He ain't got a lot of voice acting, but he was a motion capture actor in Bratz Rock Angels.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah. And finally, Jess Harnell is Hammerhead Computer in Solar Opposites. So,
okay.
Let's talk about this show. Let's talk about the meat of it. So, the Butt-Ugly Martians were sent by Emperor Bog to conquer Earth. But, like Lord Beerus, when he was sent to destroy Earth in Dragon Ball Super Battle of the Gods, they realized that Earth was fucking sweet. And it had games and food and all sorts, and they're like, we need to protect Earth because it's awesome. It's got all the shit that we like. They completely turn a 180. They have decimated so many planets beforehand, but now they're just like, oh fuck, this place has cheese fries.
Heck yeah.
Which, do you feel like if we were ever invaded by aliens, would they ever be like, yo, this ice cream you guys got going on, it's awesome. Planet spared.
We can only hope that it's ice cream.
Also, another thing I've learned is like, why is every alien race like basically a dictatorship? If you think about it. They've achieved intergalactic space travel that involves some sort of... So the only time that intergalactic space travel has ever been achieved in a utopian society is Star Trek. So why are all the other aliens that have done the same thing, why are they all totalitarian iron fist dictatorships based on conquering other planets?
Because we feel like, because that's what humans do on nature.
Okay. So it's a moral superiority type thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be probably more peaceful aliens would be coming to invite us into their society, and we would probably attack first. You know?
I mean, yeah, that's... I've read a few stories on like, how should I put this? It's like, it wasn't about aliens being dictatorships, but it's like how the utopian society of Star Trek is achieved. It's like this big, it's pretty anti-capitalist. Just an FYI. But, I'm not going to get into it. If you want to, I'll send it to you. Just email the show or message the show, and I'll try and find it. It's been years since I read it. It basically had a lot to do with the the anti-transmitter thing, the thing that can make like whatever you fucking want it to. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. It's been
so you didn't need for anything anymore.
Yeah, but it's like society, like they couldn't have made that in a capitalistic society because somebody would have used that for like gain of something. Like it wouldn't have been as successful because they would have throttled it for profit rather than for humanity's growth. I don't have to send you the article. That was the article, basically.
There you go. Makes
Anywho,
sense.
So basically,
so they are sent to Earth.
So they are sent to Earth, and they meet Michael, Angela, and Cedric. Those are the three humans that are basically like, we're going to hide the aliens, and we're going to basically entertain them. Or, I mean, I guess they're really only one bad day away from just going back and trying to conquer Earth again. I don't know. So Dr. Damage, who is like Emperor Bog's right-hand man, he's like, they're full of shit. They are not conquering the planet because they send up fake off. Yeah, they're sending up fake reports all the time. And so this is how you get like, they send an alien down to go investigate.
Oh, like a villain of the week?
Yeah, like a warlord, or one time it was a recording robot that also could fight.
Okay.
So this is when the aliens have to go through what is commonly referred to by this show as the super money saver transformation sequence.
33% of the episode will be made up of this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So this is where they go into BKM, which stands for butt kicking mode. Yeah, there it is.
BUM would have been better than BKM.
But BUM. It does make more sense. So there was one thing that I really liked about this show. I can't really remember their names, but there are two alien bounty hunters, and one is blue and one is yellow, and they're twin brothers, and they're the most feared bounty hunters in the galaxy. But their one thing is like, what you do to one hurts the other.
Okay.
So whenever they get mad at each other and bicker like brothers do, they beat the shit out of each other.
But they hurt
the other one, and that's
funny.
That's just. Other than that, a lot of the show is very forgettable. I will say they are putting the 3D software to its limit because I've never seen so many laggy action shots make it to the showroom floor in my entire life.
It is rough, man.
It is such a jarringly bad looking show. Like it really leans heavily on butt ugly.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah. I think you're onto something with them just being like, it's in the name of the show.
Yeah, no, we're not bad at our job. It was an artistic choice to do this. So the title characters are named after songs, if you couldn't guess.
Okay.
Bebopaluna is named after Bebopaluna by Gene Vincent. Doo-Wah Diddy is named after Doo-Wah Diddy Diddy by Manfred Mann. They really... Manfred Mann. They really pulled out all the stops with the originality of his name. And then Tutti Frutti is named after Tutti Frutti by Little Richard. Unfortunately, for his legacy, I guess, Scott Muldoon was Robert Stack's final acting performance.
Ouch.
At least he's got unsolved. More people remember him from Unsolved Mysteries. I don't think anybody made it to this. The show had a toy line by Hasbro and a video game for the Nintendo GameCube and PlayStation 2, along with another one for the Game Boy Advance. All are panned as horrendous games.
Ugh. Yeah, I can't imagine. Very rarely do you get a terrible show that makes an excellent video game based off of it. I don't think I've seen that. Like, I know Battletoads got a show, but that was already a game.
Yeah.
When the show came out.
It's very hard to...
Yeah.
It's very hard to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. You know what I mean?
There you go. There you go. Beautifully put.
They also have a dog. A robot dog named Dog. So...
Oh, clever.
Yep, there you go. Which,
There you go.
I mean, he's a cute little dog. Cute little robot dog. So that's always fun.
Yeah, the animation in this show is just really what...
The way the humans stand is so jarring. It's like when they're not moving, it's almost like bad video game T-posing. Like this looks... It's so atrocious to look at. And you can watch all of them basically on YouTube. It's so bad that even the animation sequence to save money is super fucking laggy. And like...
Yeah, they didn't get all the frames in there.
Doing? Like, you have... There had to be somebody in that room that was like, this is bad.
Honestly, this is one of those things where maybe if they would have just found a cheap actual just like cartoon animator and made it a cartoon, like not CGI, maybe it might be a little watchable at that point. Like maybe there's enough gags.
Like just this shitty CGI. This looks like this toy line could have been like one of those, what was it? It was like these balls that you could squeeze, but they were monsters, and their whole thing is that they were gross.
Yeah,
because like this show was made to sell toys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna say these are the Dollar Tree toys, not the pharmacy.
I remember them costing a pretty penny.
Oof.
They were very intricate because they could transform. Oof. So you have the regular Butt-Ugly Martian.
Okay.
And then you have his BKM suit along with it. And you know, if you watch the transformation sequence, they're all different. You got to give them credit for that. Because with CGI shows, they could have easily palette swapped all their armor and them being the same.
Yeah.
So I will give them credit where credit is due. They did.
Because they made them different.
They made their BKM armor different. You could easily make them different because you just make different models. But when they transform into armor, I mean, you've seen it 1,000 times, even in video games. Like, why would you make more when you could just like copy paste these assets,
take one
and
model,
repuppeteer them? You'd be insane not to.
Yeah.
But they were insane enough to make this show. But anytime there's an explosion, I cannot stress enough how much like the actual show struggles to process it.
It is like, imagine just watching something imagine your video games or something you're watching 2 frames per second. It is just
absolutely
awful.
There's a lot of enemies on the screen at once. And like your PS5 is struggling. It's doing its best, and it's still just.
You're trying to play the new Spider-Man game on a PlayStation 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there was nothing redeeming about this show at all.
The design of the girl is gross.
There was a comment that mentions that.
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah. Oh, which goal are we talking about?
The The Angela.
Yeah, so this person was talking about how much they loved Angela's ass in the show. Yeah. Apparently they watched it as a kid, though. Like, this was a nostalgia show for them, but still. It's still kind of like...
That's new.
Kind of gross.
Yeah, still gross. Like...
Yeah.
Because when I saw her, I was like, wait, how old are these kids?
Wait a moment. Something's not adding up.
Something's fucky in these waters.
Yep. I'm going to need you to have a seat, please.
Yes. Where's Chris Hansen?
I know he's here. Where is he?
So Joel, let's go to your new reoccurring segment. Reviews that are butt ugly and reviews that are butt fugly.
Oh, there we go. So, Andrew, I'm just going to read one today because this, believe it or not, this show does not have a lot of, I guess, people wanting to leave actual reviews.
Not a lot of love for the butt uglies.
There was a 1 out of 10. It's lengthy. The 10 out of 10s, there are multiple 10 out of 10s, surprisingly. But
It's
they
so
are all
weird how the angriest
lengthy.
people on the internet have the most time to type out these lengthy reviews on IMDb.
My review literally would just be like, it was okay, maybe this sucked, or this was good. Quick and short.
Write one.
That's it.
I
wouldn't
has
either.
An IMDb, unless you are an actor who has an IMDb account. I assume you have to have one to have to put your shit on there. Unless your publicist does it for you.
Self-acclaimed movie critics. That's who, Andrew.
Even then, Rotten Tomatoes seems like a better use of your time.
Right. But yes.
I digress.
So the one I'm going to read is a 3 out of 10. It's pretty short, so we're not going to take up too much time. The worst show ever from 2001. I would prefer to watch House of Mouse, Lloyd in Space, and The Legend of Tarzan.
Ooh, we covered Lloyd in Space. Go check it out.
We did. Better than this grotesque show called Butt-Ugly Martians. This is one of the most disgusting shows, along with King Star King, The Problem Solvers, and Secret Mountain Fort Awesome.
Ooh, Secret Mountain Fort Awesome is definitely another one we should cover because that show is fucking terrible.
Yeah, but this show belongs on our podcast, Andrew. It is a show that, God, time did forget, and for good reason.
We got to check out King Star King, too, by the way.
Yep.
I just Googled that. I was like, what the fuck is
this? This guy gave us a good list of stuff that we need to check out. Guy. I know. But that's it, Andrew. That's all the reviews I got for you today.
While this show is on YouTube, and you can watch it in its entirety, I highly suggest, even if you do like it, do not go back. It has aged very badly. Sometimes, like a toxic ex, some things are better left a memory.
There you go, Andrew. There you go. Some sound advice coming
there you
from
go. We can get more of that this 2024. If we could have an Andrew Advice Avenue, AAA.
AAA, that's where the special characters will come on. You'll do like a whole Mrs. Doubtfire thing. You'll have a whole conversation with them.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
What about you, Joel? What are your closing thoughts?
I mean, basically same thing. Don't even watch it. Like, even if you're like, I just want to see how bad it is. All right, fine. Put it on. You're going to last 30 seconds. You're going to be like, okay.
If we didn't do this show, I would have turned it off immediately.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I basically did. I made it 8 minutes into an episode, and I'm like, nope.
Yep.
I'm good. I've seen enough.
I believe that then wraps up Butt-Ugly Martians.
B-U-M. B-U-M.
If you would like to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/cartoondd. There we have a $5 tier that gets you stickers, pins, access to our Discord, bonus episodes, and episodes with extended audio. It's a really fun time, and we're working hard to make the $5 tier, which we'll never have another one. $5 is all we'll ever ask of you. We're working hard to make more content, and we're going to try a lot harder to get a bonus episode out every week. Even if it's just one of us talking to you, we will have something on there. We don't know which exact date or day of the week the bonus episodes will come out. I want to say we're shooting for Saturday. Give you enough breathing room so you're not sick of Cartoon Dumpster Dive. We have a X handle, Cartoon DD. We have a Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and Instagram, all Cartoon Dumpster Dive. We have a email. You can send an email to cartoondumpsterdive@gmail.com. And we also have a website, which I usually mention up top, cartoondumpsterdive.com. That's the best way to send your request to us. You can also go to the store and check out our merchandise. We've got more merchandise coming, I hope. I'm talking with some people. We're going to make it happen. Also, if you are in the Orlando, Florida area, I will be at Podfest. So if you want to see what at least one of us looks like, and you will be at Podfest for whatever reason, or Orlando, you can come talk to me. We can talk about how much you hate my opinions on the cartoons you love. And as always, we appreciate a 5-star review on the podcasting platform of your choice, so we don't lag live on television, or I guess Apple Podcasts. Have a great rest of your week.
See you.
This has been a Lugho podcast.